Hi there, I'm Sara Bogomolny. I am the Business and Communications Coordinator for Theater Ariel. And today, Jesse Bernstein, our Associate Artistic Director, and I have been taking over the Theater Philadelphia Instagram account in honor of our production Leaves from the Garden, whose final two performances are part of Philly Theater Week this year. So I'm gonna invite Jesse to join on, and we're just gonna talk a little bit about the show today. I think Jesse is connecting. Hey, it's Jesse!
I'm here.
Welcome!
Thank you. It's my first Instagram Live.
Oh my gosh, it's a brand new world. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
So I wanted to go live today to give you a chance to talk about Leaves from the Garden. You are the adapter, one of the adapters. You're one of the directors. You are the newly named Associate Artistic Director of Theater Ariel. Mazel Tov.
Thank you.
So, where should we begin?
Oh my gosh. First of all, if you didn't see my apology to my cat earlier on Theater Philadelphia, you have to go to phillytheaterweek.org to get your $15 tickets. But we can talk. I'll tell you briefly my history with Theater Ariel, which basically begins in a coffee shop. Deborah and I were working on a different project, only sort of tangentially related to Theater Ariel with the Alliance for Jewish Theater. And we'd finished talking about this conference that was happening in Philly. And Deborah said, do you have anything else going on? And this was like in October. And I told her about this solo show that I had. And she said, oh, that sounds cool. Can you do it in February? I said, yeah, probably. And that was like 2.5 years ago now, probably. And it's gone from that to this awesome new position and being able to bring you on board.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So tell us, what is Leaves from the Garden?
Leaves from the Garden is a collection of adaptations of 8 Jewish folk tales and fairy tales and mystical tales and supernatural tales. And it's a wide range of Jewish storytelling from multiple time periods and also from all over the world. So we have stories from Eastern Europe, we have stories from Turkish Kurdistan, we have a story from Morocco, we have a story from Palestine. Some of these are stories that were passed down just in oral tradition. Some were written down in the 17th century or later. Some will have story elements that will be familiar to audiences, like we have one that's sort of Sleeping Beauty meets Snow White, and some will be totally new and wild and funny and interesting.
So for somebody who maybe isn't Jewish or doesn't know anything about Jewish folk tales, what do you think would surprise them about the show?
The universality of them. The only thing, well, Howard Schwartz, who collected these folktales that we've adapted, me and founding artistic director Deborah Bear Moses, points out that the things that make a story Jewish for the purposes of his collections is that either it involves a particularly Jewish holiday, it involves some element of Jewish teaching, the main character is Jewish, or it somehow comes out of Jewish tradition in some way. So there's nothing that you need to know about Judaism. There's nothing in it that speaks only to Jewish thought or Jewish ideas. It really has universal stories that just happen to have Jewish characters or Jewish origins.
And I sat in on rehearsal last night, and these stories are really, really beautiful. What is it like directing for the digital world? Because it's a Zoom salon theater, story theater piece. There's kind of a lot of adjectives that go into this.
There's a lot happening. I mean, I think this is great for Zoom because these stories, the way that we've adapted them, and some are straight word for word, some we've adapted into more theatrical pieces. Some are a combination. But the intimacy that you can achieve with Zoom is so different than what you could do in a theater or even in our normal salon style in people's homes. And I think it really adds to the storytelling. And then we've got some cool digital stuff happening with awesome backgrounds that we're able to put in. All the actors have green screens. So that's going to be changing for every story. We got two young artists from the Philadelphia area to paint and draw, and they're like these like dimensional images that they've created to be the title cards for every one of our stories. So in keeping with the community concept of folktales, we've gotten these awesome artists to contribute that, and that's going to be really fun too for people to see.
That's so cool. And I think that I mentioned this earlier at the beginning of my takeover, but I want to kind of zoom in, sorry, no pun intended, on the on what it actually means to be doing salon theater. So we present the play, and then afterwards we open it up for kind of a community discussion or some questions and answers. But you've attended a lot more of these than I have. So can you talk a little bit about what it means to participate in the salon part of the evening?
Absolutely, and it's really key. It's where we invite the audience to interact with the actors, the playwrights, if they're there, and we try to bring it beyond just the talk back into a larger conversation with each other, with the material, and engage in that community aspect of it. Of course, what we can't do virtually is the coffee and cake afterwards, but we do, I believe, have some recipes in our stage bill, so people can make their food and we can at least pretend that we're all eating it together.
Yes, we definitely encourage you to bring your own coffee and cake to the evening or afternoon. Who is this play for, Jesse? Is it appropriate for kids? Is it for families? What's the deal?
Yeah, I mean, I think what's beautiful about folk tales and fairy tales, sometimes they've gotten a bad rap as being kids' stories, but what's so powerful about these kinds of stories is that the metaphors that they contain and the ideas that they contain, the fantastical stuff entertains children. And then there's those deeper levels that adults can get more satisfaction out of, more enjoyment out of, and kind of share with each other that other level that these tales are operating on. Because they are, in some way, meant to impart something for everyone. And they meet you wherever you are in your life, whatever you're doing. And I think as we're getting ready to hopefully go back out into the world soon, maybe eventually have in-person salons sometime in the near future, just sort of going back to the roots of just telling and sharing stories, even virtually, I think is a nice way to close out our season and hopefully send everybody with a warm, fuzzy feeling into the summer.
I totally agree. I know you have to get to rehearsal in a few minutes, so I'm going to wrap up. But I want to let everybody know that Leaves from the Garden runs April 15th through April 25th. Our final two performances, that's Saturday the 24th in the evening and Sunday, did I say that right? Saturday the 24th in the evening and Sunday the 25th in the matinee time. Those are part of Philly Theater Week, so we're offering discount $15 tickets. You can find those either from our website, which is theaterariel.org, theater spelled R-E, and then you can also go directly to phillytheaterweek.org also and buy them there, where you can also check out all of the other Philly Theater Week happenings, which you should definitely check out and support.
Absolutely. It's a great time to show your love for theater in Philadelphia. We need it. We miss you. Come share your time with us until we can all meet in person.
Awesome. Thank you, Jesse. Say hi to the cast at rehearsal, the cast and crew. And
I will.
everybody else, because we're not done with the takeover. There's still more to come.
Just you wait.
Bye, everybody. Thanks, Jesse.
Bye.